We all know parents are there to help us guide us. We need our parents to help us have a clear view of how the outside world. Now, does a failed parent actually exist, or is it an actual thing? Sometimes it is, depending on how the parent is. Sometimes parents are from older generations. They'll always be saying, "Oh, we didn't have this in our time, we did this instead," and all of that. Now, does that actually mean that they're a failed parent? Not really. Sometimes some parents do actually try to get to know this new generations and all that. Some don't. Now, could that be a failed parent, that they don't want to do the learning of the new generations? Not really, but yes, and there in a way. Now, is having one or two parents in the home affect the child's education? Now, that depends on the situation. Let's say there's one single mother, which is one parent, and they have children. Let's say their income's really bad, the mother has to do lots of works. The children are basically never seeing their mother. That can affect them. Now, they're gonna be saying how they're not gonna be having their mothers with them, or they're just not there for them. How are they gonna be guided? That can actually do affect a child's education there. Now, let's say there's two parents in a household. Most people will be saying, "Oh, there are two parents, that family is completed." Not all the time. Maybe those two parents are divorced. They're not going through, and they're abandoning their children. That can actually mean their it can affect their child's mental state. It can actually make the child feel abandoned, which it can actually do affect the child's education. They'll not try in anything at school, which can affect them too. Now, does the parent level of education determine the success of the children? No. Like we have said, school systems change. So, not whatever the parent have learned back then, it's not going to be always the same that the kid has learned nowadays. This kid can be actually successful with the new things, things that this generation has been teaching them, and they'll still be successful. So, not really the parent's level of education is can actually determine the child's how successful this child is going to be. Now, as students in homeschool, more or less likely to be successful. That actually depends on the parent, because since they're homeschool, they're being taught different things, how that they're not the same in school. Sometimes people be like, "You were homeschooled, then you'll probably be really smart." Not all the time. Maybe those parents don't actually know how to do this, and they think they're doing it, but they're not doing actually how they're supposed to, which it actually can affect the child. Now, should parents be required to take training courses to have children? Yes, some parents do need to be taking those courses. Why? Because all kids need our parents. The kids will we need, like us, we need our parents to help us, guide us. Parents will always be there for you. Parents will never abandon you. So that's why it's important that maybe this people, their parents, can actually take courses in order to help their children. If they will say, "Oh, I wanna help my children. I wanna be there for them," then learn how to treat them. Learn how you can be helpful for them. Now, how does the mental health of a parent affect child learning? Let's say a scenario. Let's say a mother is stressed and they're taking care of their 5-year-old kid. That 5-year-old kid will always be seeing how stressed the mother is. The kid will then catch that bad energy, and he'll also feel sad and all depressed, saying, "Oh, my mother's also sad. I feel bad for her," which it can actually affect the child's emotions. Now, what's something a parent told me that deeply affected me? Well, that actually was my own mom. She had told me how her situation was when my dad passed away, how she was so tied up. She actually did had a way to actually raise me and my sister when we were still like really little, and yet we're still me and my sister are still really good at school. We're still trying our best. We're just putting everything as we see our mother as she's also successful in her things like her job and all of that.